For more than a year after its release, there have been many updates for Doom Eternal. We've seen a ton of new public events with awesome looking skins and challenges to unlock as much extra content as possible. The developers at id Software are passionate with Doom Eternal, which is showing a lot compared to other games where they stopped supporting them before the first anniversary. Just this game alone, I have put in more time than I have ever done than any other first-person shooter in my Steam library, and it just doesn't get old. Or will it? For many, games do get old even with the number of updates we've seen so far. At QuakeCon, we were able to know about update 6.66, which is a great name by the way for the next update, and a taste of what the future will hold for the game. How's it going everyone? Hope you're having a great day so far. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe and set up notifications if you like what you see here. Alright, let's get more into the topic. QuakeCon 2021 has been a great event for fans for many franchises like Doom, Quake, The Elder Scrolls, and so on. There were a ton of new things revealed for Quake, which I'll highlight in another video, but we got to see what is coming up next for Doom Eternal. Prior to QuakeCon, I would say that a good number of fans were in the burnout stage, meaning that there wasn't really anything new except for the events and weekly challenges. The release of the Terrace Nabad Master level was very helpful in bringing some fans back to the game, but for the most part, fans who even play Master levels are usually the ones who want a bigger challenge since the levels are catered to them. The casual player may come back to the game every once in a while, but that's about it. However, things should change for a little while with the new update of 6.66. DLC 2 for the Switch, an improvement on Battlemode, and the new Horde Mode that id has been cooking up. Update 6.66 will include the typical bug fixes, but also the inclusion of both Mars Core and World Spear Master levels. I'm really happy with those choices as Mars Core is definitely among the top 5 of my favorite levels. On top of that, id Software has been doing an excellent job with the current Master levels by including more challenges and rewards. It's still a bummer that Cultist Base and Art Complex won't ever have that same treatment, but I'm okay with the direction they're going at the moment. Those two levels should definitely be a challenge as Terrace Nabad was difficult, but nothing compared to Super Gore Nest. I think they overdid it on that level, at least for the more casual gamers. I still have trouble beating it on Nightmare and still get the BFG freeze bug, so I can never use it on that level. Hopefully that bug will be among some of the fixes in the new update. Other than that, it's been revealed that the Sentinel Hammer won't get nerfed, which is honestly a good thing, even though it is already overpowered. Rather than weaken the hammer, they are just going to raise the difficulty of the level to match the power of the hammer. I think that is the right way to go since the DLCs are almost like a master level in themselves, at least DLC 1. The World Spear can be a very difficult level if you haven't played it a lot and know all of the spawn locations. Of course, now with it being a master level, I can only imagine how difficult it will be, especially if they implement the Gore Nests in this level. It was nice having those extra challenges within Tag 2, and the second one was completely optional. I'm really interested in what id Software will do on these levels. Seeing the challenges in Super Gore Nest really set the bar for how the rest of the master levels will be, so it definitely won't get any easier. Among other things, the update will have new skins that we can unlock. We've seen some skins leaked recently such as the Biker Slayer, and there are other great ones coming down the pipeline according to Hugo Martin. During the QuakeCon panel, Hugo was able to explain the process of how new skins are picked, and it's quite the process. I'm glad there's a rigorous process to pick out the new skins, otherwise there would be some really lame ones out there. Another big part of the update will make Battlemode slightly better for those who actually play it. I personally don't play it, but it's a great distraction from the main campaign where you can dish out your skills against other human players. Up until the update, matchmaking hasn't always been the best. You could be a newbie and go up against someone like Zero Master who will melt you within the first few seconds of the match. Right after a match, a lot of times players would leave the lobby, forcing everyone to re-enter the matchmaking. This was something that really turned me off about it, but with the new update, it should fix this big problem. One of the big things that will help is the idea to use matchmaking based on your winning streak. So an example could be if you end up winning 5 games in a row, you'll be matched up with other players who have been on a roll as well. I think this will play out well and be a lot more fair, especially for players who just want to dip their toes into battle mode or to casually play a match here and there. On top of the matchmaking update, there will be another map that fans in the community helped create named Stronghold. On the Bethesda website, it says it is another arena, so it may just be another map or possibly another mode within Battle Mode. I won't dig too deep into that at the moment, especially if it really is just another map. Of course, Battle Mode isn't a big focus on this channel, so I'll move on to the next point. Good news for Switch users. They can finally obtain Tag 2 on August 26th. I haven't been really sold on the idea of having the modern Doom games on the Switch, but the ability to play those games while traveling or satisfying your gaming addiction can do the trick. The ports are not the worst, but have turned out okay and are somewhat playable. It's difficult having a PC and then going down to 30 FPS for the same game. I mostly just stick to Mario based games, but that's just me. Anyway, by having Tag 2 on the Switch will enable those who have that console to finally have the whole collection. It's a great time to be a Doom fan. The last part of the update is no doubt one of the best features is the new Horde Mode. Ever since Doom 2016, fans of the arcade mode have been craving something like that to be in Doom Eternal. Unfortunately, no arcade mode in Doom Eternal, but the Horde Mode is at least something similar. The mode pits you against wave after wave of demons, having you compete for a high score among other fans in the community. There will also be priority targets, much like empowered demons, to take out within a certain amount of time to achieve a higher score based on tiers of gold, silver, and bronze. On top of that, as you progress, you'll encounter new challenges, rewards for not using your BFG shots, and the demons will be randomized each time you return for a new playthrough. I imagine that the Horde mode would be very similar to the mod that Prote created a while back, but might have a decent number of changes. For one thing, the arenas might be different. In the Horde mode mod, most of the waves took place in a Slayer Gate arena, at least in the first half of the waves. The official Horde mode might take that approach, but honestly it all depends on if they work with Prote or not. I think it goes without saying that id should hire Prote based on his skill and what he's done for the community. Other than that, the encounters could work much like Invasion, but instead of waves of human players, they're AI and the waves take place in the campaign level. I think it would be fun to play the campaign and randomly you come across a section that closes off and has several waves to deal with rather than being stuck in one arena for most of the waves. Of course, it wouldn't be just like it is in the campaign, but let's say the arena at the end of Terrace Nabad would have you finish 5 individual waves before being able to leave. I would also assume that with each new wave you'd be able to get new weapons, weapon mods, runes, etc. I wonder if they would also implement a co-op feature as well. That would definitely be something to think about. I'm sure we'll get more info on this mode down the road as it will become available sometime in the fall. But until then, we can mostly have fun speculating. This new update will give some life to Doom Eternal and bring more players back who have been wanting more. However, it will only last for a while and there will need to be another big update to keep us invested. Looking beyond update 6.66, I can only imagine there will be an end of the updates and no more master levels within a realistic time frame. There's really only so much the developers can do for a game, and by the second anniversary, the support of the game might be done. If anything, I imagine there will be master levels for most, if not all of the levels, more updates to Battlemode, including new demons and maps to play, new challenges to Horde Mode, and the typical monthly events. There's still the possibility of Invasion, but honestly, it seems like Horde Mode pretty much took its place, so I wouldn't get your hopes up. In the end, Doom Eternal will last forever, much like the OG games. The community will still play the game years down the road, and there will be more mods built by the community to create a unique experience for each new playthrough. I think Doom Eternal will be in good hands once the updates are finished, and who knows, maybe by then we'll have our new Quake reboot or new Doom game. Let me know what you guys think about Doom Eternal's future down in the comment section. I hope you all enjoyed my video on this topic, and if so, be sure to like, subscribe, and share the video so we can get it out there more. Also check out my social media accounts at RipNtear Gaming. Until next time, stay safe and don't forget to rip and tear. Peace.